Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. Apologize up front. I may make a lot of mistakes here. I'm no expert, but I bought this multimeter 2 months ago when they were on sale, and it cost me $15. I had to write it down because I don't remember. It cost me $15. Right now, they're $23. And it had functions that I was not familiar with. And it had specification that I was not familiar with. So I've had to do a little learning here. One of the specifications they have now on newer digital multimeters is something called count. And I will try to explain that to you. Hopefully I don't screw it up too bad. But this multimeter has a display count of 6,000. Now, other multimeters have 3,000. Older ones are like 1,000 or less. And what that has to do with is the display, the number of digits shown to the right of the decimal point. Doesn't have anything to do with the accuracy of the meter. And I'm going to try to illustrate that right now. And so I've got it on, another thing that it has an auto function, which is a little different than auto scaling, and I'm going to show that to you hopefully in a few minutes. So I've got a variable voltage source. It's off camera, and I'm going to connect it to this meter, and it's in this super auto mode, I call it, where it can detect what you want to measure to some degree. I'm going to show you that later. Anyway, here we go. So, okay, what do I have wrong here? Oh, I didn't think I had these pushed down all the way. I didn't have those all the way inserted. Also, these came with covers on the probes. Like here's one right here. And so with these covers over on it, told you I was going to mess up. You just see the very, very tip of the probe. The rest of it's covered up. And when I first saw that, I'm like, well, that's not very functional. That's just all it shows is this little tiny bit, and you can't clip on anything. It's worthless. So I looked at the manual. Gee whiz, look at the manual. And it showed pulling these off. And so I said, okay, I'll pull them off. Well, man, I could not get these off. I struggled and struggled to get these off because I had tried initially when I saw just the tip was showing. I said, that must be a cover on there, but you couldn't really tell. So I finally got them off. So got to get those off first. Anyway, so I've got the variable power supply set, and right now it's reading 5.088. So you got 3 digits to the right of the decimal place. Now, watch as I raise the voltage. So I'm going to raise the voltage. And let me raise the meter so you can see it a little better. Okay, there we go. So we still got 3 digits to the right. 5.6, 5.7, 5.9. Still got it. Whoop! You see it flip? Now we only have 2 digits. So in the case, and we're on auto mode, in the case of this particular reading, when it gets above 6 point something, you lose 2 decimal points. So that is what they mean by count. If I go back down, gets down below 5, and it has a little hysteresis in it. There it goes. Now it's reading 3 decimal points. Doesn't have anything to do with accuracy. Just has to do with how many decimal points it displays. So that's what they mean nowadays with these newer radios when they advertise count. And the bigger the number, the more it will go up in voltage, and you won't lose a decimal point. Now, whether it's accurate or not, that's undetermined. So that's the one thing that's new that I was not familiar with, which is count. And you want to get something that's a high number. 6,000 is a good number. Higher than that, 10,000 is even better. And there is, I think, a mathematical formula that they use to come up with that number. My older meters probably are 1,000. Anyway, so, and that's when you're using auto range, which this meter, all positions are auto ranging. Okay, where before on the old meters, you had to select the range manually, 0 to 10 volts, 0 to 20 volts, whatever. Now the meters are auto ranging. I hope I explained that properly. Now we're just going to, now we are in, how many times am I going to say now? I'm sorry. We are in the auto, super auto mode, which the meter can detect what you're trying to measure, whether it's continuity or it's a resistance, and I'll show you that, or it's a voltage. So it's in auto mode. Now you can manually switch over to like voltage or continuity or resistance or whatever. But this is doing it automatically. And it's a little quirky, not too bad. It does a pretty good job. So we're measuring voltage. So I'm going to disconnect the voltage. So now it says I don't have anything. I'm just going to tell you I'm in this super auto mode. Now, I'm going to take a resistor, and this is where it gets a little quirky. Okay, so this is, I forgot the color code, but anyway, I think this is a 1K resistor. So we're going to put this on there. Now watch the meter, if you can. Okay, I'll make connection. And it says well, actually it's 0.150. Okay, yeah, this is 1.5, yeah. So that's correct. So it auto-ranged and went from voltage to kilo ohms, and it's reading 0.157. I think it's showing on the color bands, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. 1.5 with a multiplier of 1, I believe. So dark I can't hardly see it. But anyway, now the other third thing it'll do is it'll switch to continuity if the resistance is low. Like this is a precision 5 ohm resistor. And again, I wonder if the kickstand will get it in a better angle. No, it's worse. Okay, let me put it back down. Got the reflections driving me crazy. So, it's saying auto. So I'm going to connect this. And now, it's saying 0.008 or something like that. Plus, it's beeping because it thinks you want to measure continuity. And that's how you measure continuity on this meter, is that if it's open, you don't hear anything. If it is shorted or you do have continuity, it will beep. So because that resistance is so low, it puts it in that mode. And I've got another resistor here. I think this is 33 ohms. Yeah, this is orange, black. And that, I think that will also fool it. Make a fool of it, like I'm making a fool of myself. So, and it's when it's in that mode, it doesn't do a tremendous job of measuring that very low resistance. Now, if I go over here and put in resistance, again, all these are auto scaling, and then I measure this 33, I think it is. Okay, get the lead on it. There it says 32.9. So I was correct. It was 33 ohms. And now it's giving me a good reading. Matter of fact, there's a 33 on that resistor. And then I'll go to 5 ohms. I can get it in my hand so I can hold it properly. And it says 4.7. So it's doing a pretty good job there. So that's the new feature that I was not aware of, is this auto mode, super auto mode. It will determine, and you can just switch from voltage to resistance, and it doesn't burn out the meter. Now, before, if you had your meter in ohms and you applied a high voltage or a voltage, it could burn out your meter. Okay, somehow in magic it doesn't do that. Now, another thing it comes with is it comes with this carrying pouch. It does have a kickstand. I think it uses two AA batteries. Yeah, two AA batteries, I believe. But you have to remove a screw to get into them. It just doesn't pop out. So otherwise I'd show it to you. And it also comes with a temperature probe, so it will measure temperature. Now this is not the highest quality temperature probe, as you can see. Matter of fact, when I took it out of the package initially, it was bent on the end here. But it does work, so it can measure temperature. You can also, and I'm going to see if this is going to work. Maybe I can and maybe I can't. I'll have to move the camera. So I'm going to pull these probes out. And it does have the capability of doing NCV, I think it's called, where you can check the presence of a voltage without using probes or making any contact. So I guess I have to hold it. And I thought I had a voltage there. Let me see it here. Well, is that light on? No, that light's not on. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's off. I'm sorry, I'm off camera. Let me see if I told you this is going to be a mess up. Let me go over here. I've got this little extension here. And this tells me that it's lit up. I push and hold it so it shows EF. And then it's beeping that it's detecting a voltage. Take it away, it stops. Okay, matter of fact, I can try to do it this way. I don't know if I can do it. You know, holding too many things. Okay, come on. Come on. Trying to hit the switch. There, I turned it off, and it says, okay, it went away. So, yeah, that was a little clumsy. I think I covered everything. Not a bad meter. I like the display too. Well, of course not. There we go. This is a black background with gray letters. Letters. Oh my gosh. And even with my poor eyes, I can read this real easy. Pretty good sized display. It's, how big is the display? It's 2 inches by 1 1/4. So it's 1 1/4 high by 2 inches wide. Maximum of 3 digits to the right of the decimal place. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It has a hold button, so it can take a reading. You can tell it to hold it, and then you can move your test leads, and it will hold it. Not bad at all. Again, I got it when it was on sale for $15. It may go on Amazon. It could go on sale again, but right now it's $23. If by any chance you enjoyed this show, please give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Bye-bye.